Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's May 21st of 2021, and it's almost 9:30 p.m. Um, I made a video a few hours ago, and it was a 45-minute video, and it's this one right here that 6 hours ago I made this video, and it's got 20 views. Um, and after I made the video, well, I can go ahead and click on it. I'm going to click on it, but I'm going to, anyway, let me, and stop it here, the sound. Today's date, and even the video. It's a 45-minute video, and I think less than 10 minutes of it, I talk about James Blackwood. He is that guy. You may have seen his videos because quite a while back, he calls himself the Raccoon Whisperer, and I watched a whole bunch of his videos. I finally, finally got, tired. I mean, he feeds his, and there's other stuff. He went out and walked around his yard once or twice. But anyway, he's up in Canada, remote area, and he takes out these, hot dogs every day, and some other stuff sometimes, I think, and feeds the possums. And so I finally got to, no, wait a minute, I keep saying like raccoons. Yeah, raccoons. And so I finally got tired of watching his videos. But when I was watching his videos, I told my ex-wife who lives here, and she loved the videos. I think though she quickly got tired. She watched a few of them, and she was impressed. With and we talked about. Hey, did you see such and such? The thing where and that she stopped, I think, watching them. But I also told my grown son about it, and he is a diehard fan of the Raccoon Whisperer. My son mentioned, I don't know whether it was last week or whatever, that the Jim or whatever, the Raccoon Whisperer, had ended up in the hospital or whatever. And I forget, can't remember, but my son told me a little bit, and I said, that sounds serious. Is he all right? And whatever. And I said to my son, well, I said, and I knew I could hear him, in his bedroom, watching these things. Just about I think he's every night watches the thing. I said, let me know how he's doing and if he has any. And so I was making a video this morning, and that popped in my head about the raccoon guy. So I went there and commented on my video that, hey, well, sort of what I told you, just then, that, hey, there's this guy and he makes these videos, and my son said that, he'd been in the hospital and pretty sick, and I was concerned about him and everything, and I said, here's his site, and I said, I'll put the link below. I showed a few minutes of it, not even in it, well, here's and then here's stopped, and then here's a minute or something of his other thing. And then I said, I'll put a link below because I said, very interesting, videos. And so the video was complete, and then I uploaded it, and then I went, well, you can see, then I added underneath it the a link to his site, and okay, then I added, I just noticed that James Blackwood has a big all caps thing on his video site about all his stuff is copyrighted and trademark protected, and that nobody is to show any of his videos or whatever. So I put, I hadn't seen that before, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and leave this video up unless I hear from him, and I put my email address, and I also, I set the video not to be monetized by me, so that I wouldn't make any money, from it. I do that a lot. Fix it, if there's not really trying to make money. I would love to have people, lots of people. I'd love to have the thousands and thousands of viewers that he has and stuff like that. But so then I took a nap, maybe a couple of naps, and just woke up a while ago, and I just don't feel comfortable since James Blackwood is so adamant. You don't usually see, you see videos sometimes that people will shoot a video of a fire or a car chase or something, and on the video it'll say something about don't use this without my permission or something like this. But he, I guess I could show you. Let me show you what. Let's go here to his site. Let's see, maybe I got to stop this probably. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, yeah, here it is. No, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I don't want to get into this. Okay, here's what he has underneath all of his videos. Well, it says here it was snowing, freezing temperatures, the raccoons were hungry. But anyway, that he has, I'm a retired RCMP officer living in a rural setting in Nova Scotia, Canada. I spend my time enjoying nature and feeding my furry friends, the raccoons. I also feed the deer in the winter months and many varieties of birds. I have 2 rescue cats, he names them. And he says, Raccoon Whisperer, trademark sign, is protected under trademark law and is owned and operated by James Blackwood. And in capital letters, it is strictly prohibited to film or upload any video of Raccoon Whisperer, trademark sign, without prior written consent from James Blackwood, aka Raccoon Whisperer. So I just don't feel comfortable, even though I don't think he would care. I think he'd be flattered. I think he's too busy feeding his animals and communicating with the. Okay, he has. Oh, this video here, which was November 3rd of 2020, by the way, has 18 million views. And he has how many subscribers? 18 million views. Anyway, he has a ton. So, but oh, here it is. He has 460,000 subscribers. I remember watching one of his videos, and he mentioned that how much, all these hot dogs cost or whatever, because sometimes he goes, anyway, and how much that would amount up to. But he said to people, he says, you've been sending me, I don't know if he said they were sending him money. I'm sure they were sending him money. But anyway, he said, don't send me money. I don't need it. He said, I'm retired and don't send me money. And they also mentioned that people were sending him, I think, food and other stuff. By the way, when I went just this morning after I uploaded this, I wanted to check a few of his videos. And he does some live streaming. And by the way, I've showed you my stats. And YouTube, you can, if you're a YouTuber creating YouTubes, they have a tremendous amount of information there about, you can see your demographics, how long people watch your videos, how many people subscribe, and the age group of the people, and the people, like 90% of the people watching my video are men in their, I don't know, early 20s, late 20s. It's the niche. It's like the people who would be computer or tech people, really. Well, I stumbled on a live chat that he had done. It was, now it was recorded, and like when I've done a few live. Of course, I was doing live streaming. I mentioned that. In fact, I mentioned that in yesterday's. Talked about that for. I talked about the raccoon guy for 6 or 7 minutes, but I spent 15 minutes talking about back in my early days of making YouTube videos and that kind of stuff and other stuff. But I was live streaming before there was a YouTube, before there was an Amazon, before there was any of that stuff, before there was a Facebook. There was a CompUSA and what was it, America thing or whatever, America Online, something like that. Although I was doing stuff before those too, but also those were the big ones back then. Although they weren't streaming video, but God, I got maybe change this view. Oh no, my hat. Oh yeah, it does. My hat sign does show up if I raise this up a little bit. So anyway, I was trying to watch a little bit of because I haven't watched in months, a long time, any of the raccoon guys stuff, and then I saw that it popped up automatically, and it was a live chat that he had done, and when so I'm watching it records it if you want it recorded, when you're doing the live chat. So I was sitting there watching it. He was, anybody here yet? Anybody in the room yet? And it wasn't, and then boom, a user pops in, another user, and before long, I mean, just in a matter of a minute or two, he must have had a schedule, like every night or something. He does a live stream or whatever, Saturday or whatever it was. I swear to God, almost all of those people who popped in there were, it was like Mary at, AOL.com or Becky at, gmail.com, females. So here's this old guy. I think he's probably a little bit younger than I am. Anyway, I am going to delete this video that I uploaded. Only, where is it now? I go here to my channel. Go to my videos. And here it is. It's had 25 views, and its title, by the way, was Manicam, because I talked about Manicam. I just installed a new version of it. Oh, God, I showed information about it and everything. I'm still going to just delete this video. I just don't feel comfortable having, if it, you know, bothers him and he's so adamant about it, I'm sure I wouldn't get in trouble. Even if he was upset by it, I'm sure I wouldn't get in any trouble from it because I used just a little tiny bit. But I don't feel comfortable, you know, doing that, using somebody's. So I'm going to, okay, I guess I got to go to it, okay. Have it pop up. Stop, okay. Oops.
May.
Stop. Okay, I'm going to go here. No, I think I need to go to edit video. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Delete. Okay. You know, I could download the video and edit it, that part out, but I'm not going to do that. But my ex-wife said, "You're just jealous of him." And I'm actually not. I'm happy, you know, for him. Would I love to have the number of subscribers and all that type of all the type of stuff? Yes, I would, but I'm not. See, as a valuable creator in our community, we invite you to. No, I don't want to take a survey. So, where does that leave us? It leaves me with having spent 45 minutes making a video and then and then uploading it. And if you were interested in the Manicam that I use for making, I like it better than OBS, but OBS is a powerful program, and you can do tremendous, you know, amount with it. I don't like this view. Oh, wait a minute. How can I still don't like that stomach view or whatever. Can I get any closer? Maybe I need to get further away. Anyway, probably very few people are going to watch this video. I'm going to tell you something. Some of the stuff I talk about, you may hear about it more than one time because it pops in my mind, or something happens in the news or something, and then I say, oh, by the way, but I'm going to tell you something that I don't think I have ever mentioned in in any of my videos, or when I was blogging, I don't believe. I'm going to tell you in another video, and maybe then I'm not sure if I'll do. I have to get in the mood for this one, and because I need to be when I make the video, I need to be concise and not ramble the way I do, and not start telling you about it and then say, oh, by the way, and then talk about something. I want to make it about this one subject, so there's no confusion or whatever. I'm going to tell you about the time when I was arrested for impersonating a police officer. I cannot remember. The other charge was I had a nightstick hanging. You know how you, in a car, I don't know if they do that anymore. You have a little hook or whatever where you can hang a suit or something on the hook. I had a nightstick that hung down and there, and so whatever the charge was, it wasn't having a concealed weapon, or I can't remember what the fuck the charge was. It was a stupid charge, of course. And well, all of the charges were so impersonating a police officer, having this nightstick, and having a radio which was in my vehicle which could pick up police calls. those were the 3 charges that I was arrested for. But there is more to the story than just that. I want to tell you the entire story of I want to tell you the entire story because I think it's interesting. And anyway, so I'm going to tell you. It may not be in the next video, but I will tell it. I will tell it to you. And when you're listening, try to keep in mind everything. But let me mention that. No, I don't want to. If I start, then I'll start telling you the story, and I want to make sure that I tell it accurately. And so, anyway, you'll have something to look forward to. I wonder if I could come up with a prison suit or something, you know, the striped thing or whatever. Put a chain gang thing on me or something. Anyway, that story will be coming up. Since I already gave you the teaser, although very few people will have watched to this point. And although I do, well, I'm sure not compared to the Raccoon guy, but one of my stats that is good is an awful lot of YouTubers, they're somebody watching their oh, you can't see that. Average viewer duration is, my average is almost 12 minutes. That's unusual. There's an awful lot of people who make fantastic videos and people only watch for a short, you know, period. I was watching some tech people in the past. What's the guy's name? Anyway, well, there were several of them that made like an hour or 2 hour videos, and I watched those because I learned something, and they were good. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I think I was going to tell you something else and I got sidetracked. That's why when I got to work better on all my videos to keep them on one subject, actually, so you can go there when it says something. But even I can't find, if somebody were to say, what about such and such? And I may have talked about it. I have no way to find it, you know. So it would be better if my videos were short and on one subject, but that's not Jim, I guess. So thank you for watching.